If your solo travel safety plan includes an Airbnb and a hopefully nothing weird happens, babe, that is not independence. That is a crime documentary waiting for its second episode with better outfits. And I'm going to say this once clearly, calmly, and with full lip gloss because I refuse to watch you walk into something preventable because the listing had exposed brick and a bathtub you could take a cute photo in. Picture it, you just landed after a long flight, you're tired, you're somewhere unfamiliar, possibly somewhere you don't speak the language fluently, and you are standing outside a building at 11 o'clock at night, following a 7-step self-check-in instruction on your phone that says things like, find the lockbox behind the second planter, not the first planter, go down the alley, use the side gate, don't wake the neighbor, text the host if the code doesn't work. Nobody knows exactly where you are. Nobody is watching the entrance. Nobody is coming upstairs because something sounded wrong. Just you, a deadbolt you've never tested, and a host profile photo that may have been taken a decade ago. Now let me tell you what that same moment looks like at a hotel. You walk in, there is a lit lobby, someone greets you. There are cameras at every entrance, and someone is actually watching them. There is a human being behind a desk whose entire job, 24 hours a day, is to know who is coming in and who is going out. When you are a solo woman traveler, that is not a luxury upgrade. That is the entire point of the arrangement. Here is what the Airbnb aesthetic side of the internet is not telling you. If someone follows you back to your hotel, and this happens more than people are comfortable admitting, you walk straight to the front desk and you say, someone followed me. And now it is not just you and your pepper spray solving a problem at 1 in the morning. Now there are witnesses, there is security, there is a protocol, because this is a scenario hotels are literally trained for. And what happens if someone follows you to your Airbnb? You close the door and you hope the deadbolt holds. You hope they don't figure out which unit is yours. You hope your emergency call gets a fast response in an unfamiliar neighborhood where no one in that building knows your name, your face, or that you arrived tonight. That is not freedom. That is isolation dressed up in reclaimed wood in an Nespresso machine. And let's be honest about what happens when things go wrong, because solo travel means sometimes things go wrong. You lose your key, there is a medical situation, there is a security event in the area, someone in the neighborhood becomes a problem. At a hotel, they are knocking on your door. They are accounting for every single guest. There is an entire infrastructure built around the assumption that something might happen and someone needs to respond. At your Airbnb, good luck reaching Dustin. Dustin is not on site. Dustin is not monitoring the building. Dustin is asleep in a different city, and 911 is on the way, eventually, to an address at a location they had to look up, in a building with a gate code nobody gave them. And I want to be fair, I know part of the appeal is the feeling. The Airbnb feels like a home. It feels personal, warmer, like you are actually living in a place instead of just passing through it. So here is my final position. I am not saying never book an Airbnb. I am saying stop treating it as the obviously smarter, more sophisticated, more empowered choice for solo women travelers. Because the people selling you that narrative are not the ones who show up if your night goes wrong. So be honest with yourself. The last time you picked an Airbnb for a solo trip, were you making the safer, more practical decision? Or were you choosing the option that looked better in your stories and calling it independence? Because those are two very different things, and only one of them matters if something goes wrong at 2 in the morning in a city that does not know your name. Drop your answer in the comments. Solo travel stories, good, bad, terrifying, or that one time the lockbox code definitely did not work. I want all of it. And if this is the conversation your group chat needed to have, save it, share it, and follow me, because I am not going to let you walk into something preventable looking unbothered while actually being unprotected.